So we all had the homework assignment to watch that movie Popstar with Andy Samberg. As about once a month, we'll watch a music movie and review it. What was the last one we did? Oh, Walk Hard.
Yeah, Dewey Cox.
Walk Hard. This one, Popstar, is just when I watched it, I just thought it was the kind of a mockumentary on two things. One, the Justin Bieber documentary, because I think that happened around that time. And then two, just boy bands and pop music in general. I think it was a mix of those two. Mike, how'd you feel about that description?
Pretty good, yeah.
First of all, before we get into anything about it, did you like Popstar? Mike?
I liked it. I thought it was funny. I like the parody genre, and I just like Andy Samberg a lot.
The parody genre, meaning the movie?
Yeah, the parody movies.
I think about the songs. Yes. Eddie, what'd you think?
Look, man, it was stupid. Like, it was truly a stupid, dumb movie, but I laughed probably the entire time. The songs were great. I think just the funny storyline was, I laughed. I LOL'd, and then after I would laugh, I would say, this is so dumb.
I mean, I thought it was a pretty smart movie on how it parodied a lot of the dumb things in pop music that we just take and go, yep, this is the greatest thing ever. I loved it. It was one of the best mockumentaries I've ever seen. I mean, also because I grew up in that era of boy bands, and they were making fun of that. I mean, I thought it was so good, not just because it was stupid. I thought it was just a really good sample of how dumb we were in that whole late 90s, early 2000s period. So I really loved it. I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I did, but about a third of the way through it, I was like, oh yeah, this is a contender for one of my favorites. So as far as like funny mockumentary movies go.
And then I like just all the other things they parodied outside from like the boy band stuff of like the Tyler the Creator thing of Hunter the Hungry.
Oh
of,
yeah.
Like that being like the biggest thing, and like, okay, we'll bring him on this tour. Like, I don't know, I like that aspect of it too. And even like and
Hunter the Hungry was playing clubs. Like they go and he's like this. He's a Tyler the Creator, but he's doing
raunchy.
Yeah. And then they're like VFFs on stage, and then even the helmet with the dead mouse, but but his buddy who used to be in the band now is just his DJ, and he puts a helmet on him
with the beam of light
to cover him up.
There were a lot of those that I think you probably got a lot of them while watching, but if you watched it again, I bet you would catch even more of them.
And then with him putting his music inside the appliances, that was like the U2 thing where they put everybody's their album on iTunes.
They open the fridge and it's his music.
Their song.
And at midnight, whenever it comes out, people are chunking their fridges out the door because they're so upset by the fact that his music's in their fridge. I thought the songs were so funny. I don't have a list of the songs.
So good.
But the one that pulls up in my mind is the Bin Laden one.
Okay.
He's on.
They effed us like America did Bin Laden.
Yeah. He's on stage and he's doing his little NSYNC thing, whatever. And then this girl, first she's dressed sexy. Then all of a sudden she's got a Bin Laden beard. Then the next she's got the full thing. Here's some of that.
Oh, I don't have that one.
Oh, you don't have that one. Oh, yeah, that one was funny. Is that because it was too bad?
Yeah.
They're all pretty bad, but I mean...
I'm So Humble's funny. Yeah.
And the song they do with Michael Bolton.
Oh, yeah.
This is the end song, right?
Yeah, the last song.
Yeah. Again, and when you start talking about a funny movie, you appreciate it even more because you laugh again at the parts that maybe you didn't spend enough time with. I think to me, a really funny part was they're having this real awkward conversation about how terrible his record's doing. And his manager, who is
Tim Meadows, who was in the other movie we reviewed.
Yeah, that's right.
And so Tim Meadows is in it, and he's like, hey, man, it's not going to be good. So Andy Samberg looks over at the camera and goes, hey, can you guys just stop with the cameras? And so they put the cameras down, and then all of a sudden, they're getting attacked by a bee, and there's a blowtorch, and all this stuff, but the cameras aren't up, and you're just hearing them scream the whole time, and all this stuff. He's like, oh my God, the bee's wearing and so, and then it finishes, and he kills whatever is crazy, and he goes, hey, you guys got that on camera, right? And they're like, no, dude, you turn it off. And he's like, come on!
That's so funny. There's like explosions, like World War III.
Eddie, what was a part of it that you loved?
I mean, the part I really laughed was the wardrobe malfunction. I mean, the whole tuck thing situation. And then it messes up, and he's got nothing there. And he's like, I promise, I tucked it.
And then he goes over to Hunter the Hungry or Henry the Hungry, and he's like, hey, did you do it? Because they were playing jokes. He goes, did you do it? He goes, nah. Or did I?
Maybe I did.
Nah, I didn't. But maybe I did. And it just doesn't stop. It was kind of that Family Guy humor where it's funny, and then it starts to get old, but if you just keep beating it, it gets funnier again. Listen, I loved it. I love music, documentaries. I love really funny parodies on documentaries. For me, I loved it. I would give it, I'm going to say it 5 out of 5.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I was going to go, I went 4.5 on the show, but I was thinking about it last night. I felt like I was just doing that because I don't want to get judged. But 5 out of 5 popsicles, since it's pop star. I thought it was great. I don't think that it's for everybody, and I think you can watch it and be like, well, this is so dumb. And it is dumb, but I think it's done in a way that it's doing dumb things because we believe they were real and smart, and that it's just making us like, hey, if you love this back in the day, you're dumb, like we're doing right now. But yeah, he leaves a boy band. The story is, I can set it up real quick. Andy Samberg's in a trio, like a boy band trio, and he's got to go solo. This was their big song.
Yeah.
Donkey roll.
It's funny too when Usher's like, my only goal was to be able to do the donkey roll with the what was the name? The
Style Boys.
The Style Boys, and then they're all doing the donkey roll on the stage. And then he leaves and does a solo record, and it's how successful is the solo record going to be? And he's doing a documentary about how big and massive it's going to be, except things go wildly wrong. And I give it 5 out of 5. Mike?
I gave it 4 out of 5. I kind of ranked it as far as my favorite Andy Samberg movies, so I'd put it right up there.
What is better?
Hot Rod.
Never seen it.
That's a good one. And then I just watched his movie Palm Springs on Hulu. That one's really good.
Eddie, what do you rate this?
Man, I would go with a solid music mockumentary. I would give it 4 poppies out of 5.
Yeah. Solid.
But again,
good, though.
again, dude, the whole time I'm like, this is so dumb. But like you said, it's really good and it's smart.
I feel like it didn't do that well in theaters, but I think that it's kind of developed a cult following.
Yeah.
What's the next movie we should do?
Ooh.
Think about that before the...
I just saw Rocket Man.
Well, you can't yell one out that you've already seen.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that last time we talked about it is
Yeah.
like I hadn't watched it yet. So I watched Rocket Man.
Did you like it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was fine. It was fine. But I also watched Straight Outta Compton too.
And that's
This
good.
is all during quarantine. You know, a lot of stuff movies to watch.
Let me look and find something, and we'll have a month to watch it, and then we'll come back and talk about it. All right?
Bones, it's funny you said the Justin Bieber on this because I felt a lot like it was the Jonas Brothers documentary. Because since it's 3 of them, and then, you know, like Kevin goes to raise his family, and in this case, this guy goes to the farm. Mm-hmm. But like, it's almost, and then, you know, who is it? Joe and Nick kind of stayed together a little bit. So I saw a little more similarities to Jonas than I did Bieber.
Well, the Bieber documentary was out at that point.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's what the documentary part of it was like, we're going to, because this was such a wild success, let's do a pop star documentary. So the documentary style was based on the Bieber one, and then it was just boy bands in general. You know, about all the dumb stuff. And he's like, I stand for gay rights, but I'm not gay. But if I was, it'd be okay. You know that song?
But I'm not gay.
But I'm not gay. And he's like, if you want to make out with the dude, that's okay, but I'm not gay.
I would say
Yeah, later in the movie, he just says like, that song was not politically correct.
Yeah, he's like, it wasn't my best song. Well, Mike,
I was gonna say he even referenced the Anne Frank thing that.
Oh, Justin
that
Bieber
said.
That's right.
That she'd be a believer.
Yeah, so again, a lot of these nuggets, I forgot about that. He's in the Anne Frank house, and Justin Bieber actually signed, I think he signed the book. I know he said she'd be a believer.
Yeah.
But there was an Anne Frank, but then Andy Samberg uses the bathroom in the Anne Frank toilet.
Oh, yeah. That's right. At the house.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, watch it. We love it. That's our review of Pop Star. Never Stop Poppin'. Or what is it, Mike?
Never stop stopping.
Never Stop Stopping. All right, there you go. Hey guys, it's Bobby Bones. Welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and then go check it out. A lot of artists, a lot of songwriters, a lot of music. Welcome to the Bobbycast channel.